Ravens and the Patriots. Lamar continues to carry an MVP-like pace, as we've already seen 12 total touchdowns out of the dual-threat quarterback. Mac Jones, on the other hand, in that offense, through 2 weeks, left plenty to be desired, maybe found a little bit more here, but I need a grade on both sides, Tyler. I'll go your way first. Grade out these two quarterbacks here in week 3.
I mean, I don't know how you can give Lamar Jackson anything other than an A+. I mean, this dude has just been absolutely going off. He clearly wants his money. 100 yards rushing in back-to-back weeks. He's just been a legitimate video game type of player. Just give him the cover for a second year in a row or second time in his career for Madden next year. It's just absolutely insane what he's been able to do and been able to lift Baltimore to victories or at least keep them competitive in games. Obviously lost that game last week against Miami, but ultimately he has been a legit franchise caliber quarterback, both passing the football and running the football. Obviously, we know he can do that. He's an MVP for a reason, formerly in his career. So he gets an A+ through the first couple of weeks, first trio of weeks here in the season. For Mac Jones, we obviously got to see what happens now. He did leave that game a little dinged up. It did seem like it was pretty severe, lower leg injury that it seemed that he suffered. And right now, I don't know how you give him anything better than, I don't know, a D+, C-. I don't know if Ryan wants to be a little bit stronger and maybe give it an F here. But the throws that he was making, it just seemed like he's lost out there. Yeah, it was encouraging that him and Devontae Parker were able to kind of get some chemistry down the field, but it does feel like he's still lost in this offense that they're trying to recreate here with Matt Patricia and Bill Belichick at the helm following the departure of Josh McDaniels. It doesn't feel like Mac Jones is all too comfortable throwing the football in this offense right now, and sometimes you just see him kind of throw things up and hope that a guy like Devontae Parker can make a catch. And more often than not, he was able to make the catch today, but he had a couple of interceptions, one that was in the end zone. It just felt like there were too many back-breaking mistakes from Mac Jones, and he just doesn't feel like the same quarterback that we saw towards the tail end of last year who was making throws with confidence.
Yeah, Sully, you're exactly right. I think those grades are spot on as well. And I think it's telling that you are clearly a Patriots supporter and you are having the same concerns as everyone else is about Mac Jones. I was a huge Mac Jones guy coming out of Alabama into the draft. The way he played last year, as you alluded to, was impressive at times. And now we're having conversations where, hey, Tua actually looks like the better quarterback of those two from their Alabama days. That can certainly go back and forth. They're both young quarterbacks. And also something to talk about these last two teams we've mentioned here. You have Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts versus Carson Wentz and Mac Jones. You have, as Sully noted, the video game quarterbacks and the traditional pocket passers who are finding it hard to complete plays. Carson Wentz was getting destroyed play after play. Mac Jones was on the run for his life, and he forced a lot of balls down the field, in part because he seemed frustrated that things weren't going his way, and they ended up being interceptions. And it's also telling that Mac Jones, who's a better athlete than we give him credit for, was the third leading rusher on that Patriots team. There's no reason he should be running for 31 yards. So there's a lot to sort out. Sully alluded to the fact that the play calling is, he didn't say it, but I'll call it, it's suspect at times, and you have to wonder, could it be better? And I think the answer is yes, it could. And meanwhile, Lamar Jackson, I think the Ravens wish they were able to get a deal done before the season started. I think they're going to be in a Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones situation where it's going to cost them a lot of money given the way Lamar's playing. But if the end result is that year in the Super Bowl, that's worth the price of inflation there, because it's going to cost a lot to keep Lamar in Baltimore. The Ravens will probably end up paying it, but it could have saved themselves a few bucks if they were able to work something out in August.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.